Okay, so today date is 12/07. Today 7, right? 07,
Yes,
12.
7.
Okay, let's have a recap last class what we have discussed last session. We have discussed just um, started a discussion
The
on
network connection, how
right
to, how
overview
to,
of yeah desktop support. Okay, desktop
yeah,
support related
mm,
session.
yeah,
We just generic we have discussed the generic discussion, right?
yes,
Generic discussion and yeah, we have discussed on what kind of questions we'll ask during interview, right?
yeah,
And we have overviewed, okay,
mm,
overviewed all the topics. And we discussed starting from that is in generic, which is uh, so how do we check if they ask question for that is in uh,
how to install,
yeah, so work related applications will install and Outlook email. These are all topics will be there in a desktop support. So we discussed just how do we know that operating system will be going to install? How do we install the applications? We understood that is in setup.exe will be there and we will install it. And if the
yes,
once that operating system or applications is not working, how do we start troubleshooting? So we discussed a couple of
the
things.
network, the Wi-Fi issue,
Yeah,
how
so
to,
yeah,
mm,
we have taken the small example for if machine is not in network and how do we check it. Basically, there
yeah,
are two type of machine which is going to connect it LAN and Wi-Fi. So if
mm,
it is a network issues and what we are going to check, how do you check? What are the steps you are going to check? So we
okay,
have checked the network is connected or not. Network shows it's connected, but now I am not able to access the internet. So
mm,
again, internet is not accept what are steps we need to check. So we can try to check the Google internet page cannot be opened. Your machine is
yeah,
not in network. So we will confirm that machine is not a network. Network
yes,
is connected or not, but network shows it's connected. So when
yeah,
again we have seen that is a network and this is my desktop, I have connected this to the internet. This is for the LAN
mm,
we have connected. Yesterday I have connected
yeah,
from the laptop. I know today I
yeah,
have connected for that is in uh,
yes,
system, which is for my
mm,
network is connected. When you go and see the status and detail, as we know, how do we verify that is in IP address been assigned to this machine? Okay, it's been IP address taken from the DHCP. Yes, then you
yeah,
don't see that is in following IP addresses.
yes,
So we will see that is in what IP address has been taken. So
status,
192.168, which is DHCP enabled, right?
enable,
So
yeah,
these are the first level of verifications we have checked it, right? Two type of assigning IP addresses, static and dynamic. And the static is
yes,
manual assigned IP address, to dynamic assigned IP addresses from the DSCP. We verify. And how do we
yeah,
check a command? We are going to use ipconfig and ipconfig
conflict,
all. And we can
yeah,
also check the ping connection between two or more computer connected.
computers connected,
Internet accessing, we have checked the gateway as well. So firewall blocked. These are all we need to verify one by one. So still
one,
not working, then we have think about that we need to reboot
restart,
the machine. So again, it's coming to the networking part. We also understand that is in the networking part called as the IP addresses part.
yeah,
So there are a couple of classes of IP addresses, class A, class B, class
maybe,
C, class D, class E. So these are
mm,
the ranges of IP. We must know there is a generic purpose because even when we talk about that desktop experience or desktop
mm,
engineering support, right? We should understand
mm,
what is the subnet mask, what will be the
mm,
default subnet mask, and
mm,
which classes they are using. So we'll no need to be have a depending on network team. Since we are
mm,
handling for alone, then we must know this part, right?
yeah,
Again, infrastructure side, these are the, as I told yesterday,
mm,
two type of support. One is for, let's say that
mm,
these are the all we discussed yesterday, right? This is overview that,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Then today what
mm,
we are going to talk about session 02.
mm,
Any question last class what we have discussed before you moving to the new topic? Do you have any question? You want to ask me anything?
no, not anything.
All good?
Can proceed. Yes.
Feel free to ask Ramay any questions you
Yeah,
have.
sure,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, because this is your time and you're spending money, I would recommend you
Yeah.
to get some complete knowledge and information, how much it is possible. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Good. 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 If you don't have any question, then I'll move to the new topic. So
Yes.
today, what we are going to talk about, let's think about uh, some infra level, right? Some infra level. So
Okay.
because of we don't have infra level knowledge,
Hmm.
okay, we are also
Hmm.
lacking to knowledge.
Hmm.
We are also we are also lacking our troubleshooting skills,
Okay.
right? Because we need to know some infra level.
Hmm.
So what do you mean by infra level? Basic things for system administrator or desktop support, right? We must
Hmm.
understand for that is in server installation,
Hmm.
okay? And
Yeah.
install Active Directory, okay?
Hmm. Hmm.
And what is Active Directory does actually?
It's a collection of users, and it will give authenticate and authorize to the person who can access the resources and yeah,
Very good.
who
This is
can,
a theory definition. Absolutely correct. Do you
yeah.
know how to create a user in
Active.
Active Directory?
Yes, yes. Now I'm learning 365
Office
with
65.
yeah, Office 365 with Shake. Right.
Good, good. Now you can see how to
Yeah.
create a Active Directory user, right?
Yeah.
Now, you know how to install the Active Directory first?
How to install Active? It is already in the server, right? Yeah, no, no. Active tools in tools, it's there, right? The Active Directory for users and
No, no, it won't come
computers.
directly. No, you have that is completely a empty server, completely empty server,
Okay.
right? Now in
Hmm.
this server, see,
Hmm.
basically what is the Active Directory we need? So this is my switch. This is my client computer. This is my
Hmm.
client computer. This is my
Hmm.
client computer. This is my client computer. This is my client computer. This is my client computer, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
this environment we called as a
Client server
work group.
work group.
Okay, this what do you mean by work group here? It is a standalone machine. There's nobody is a centralized administration here. See this is a Windows 10 example.
Hmm. Hmm.
Windows 10 is a PC1,
Hmm.
PC2,
Hmm.
PC3, PC4, PC5, PC6.
Hmm.
There is a work group. Work group means what? It's a standalone.
Okay.
Standalone means what here? Each system you need to log in your own user.
Hmm.
Okay, in this computer you need to create your own user and that user is going to log in, right? User 1 should be created here and user 2, whatever user 1 is created here, it should be created. And these are all individual having access for the administrator access, right? Yes or no? This computer has their own administrator access. There's nobody centralized administration here, right? It's all
Yeah.
are standalone only.
Hmm.
But now there is a risk. If I'm giving this user to, by default, this user has administrator access. By
Hmm.
default has administrator access.
Okay.
But if I give the administrator access, what will happening here? This guy can do everything. Yes or no? If this
Yes.
user logged in as an administrator, he can install any software. He can
Yes.
install, he can change IP addresses. He can
Hmm.
do whatever he want, right? If he is administrator access.
Yes.
But now where is the security here? There's no security. There's no
Hmm.
centralized administration, right?
Yeah.
Now a company
Yes.
will tell, hey, do something, right? The people are doing this themselves and in a compliance perspective, it is not recommended in a corporate, right? It's a
Hmm.
huge risk for a company.
Hmm.
Now Microsoft, what I did, Okay. So Microsoft did, they told I will, because these are all a client operating system. Microsoft has decided he started a server operating system. What is that? Server operating system. Server operating system is a family of started from Windows 2000. Okay. You know, there is server operating system family. You know, which operating system, which server operating system we are using currently?
I'm using 2016 in a virtual workstation.
Very good, very good. So started from Windows 2000, okay, server, and later it started for Windows 2000. Actually, it started from Windows NT, okay. This is for knowledge purpose. I'm just telling you Windows NT, later Windows 2000 server. Then they started advanced server. Then they have released for Windows 2003 server. Okay, again you have the couple of versions of that is in, okay, versions of 2003, which is like a standard edition, like enterprise edition, web edition, okay, and data center editions. Like that, they have made editions of a operating system, which is web edition, standard data center, right? Data enterprise, web, and data center. Okay, these are the editions. Now later they have released for the Windows 2008, and now they have released for the Windows 2008 R2, right? Then later they have installed Windows 2012, Windows 2012. Then they have released Windows 2012 R2. Then later they have released for Windows 2016, right? Now also the people are using for Windows 19 operating system. Also that is.
When I download 2019, it has only 2016 only in my installation.
Your voice is very low, Ramya. Can you please repeat?
Yeah, when I download the Windows 19 in virtual machine, but it's stored as 2016 only.
Okay, we'll see that one. Let me check that one. Yeah. Okay, so now you can see these are the infrastructure level server operating system. Now Microsoft decided, now you want to centralize administration for your entire infrastructure. Now you have to install the operating system of server operating system. So server operating system install that. Now what I will do, Microsoft has given this server is become a print server. This server become a domain controller. This server become a SQL server or database server. They told you, I'm giving you a couple of roles here, by default roles, and you can install whichever you want, and this server will be behavior accordingly, and you can manage it. So now what we need to have a centralized administration. We need to have a security related. We need to have a compliance related. So the recommendation is for introduce for that is called as a Active Directory. Now, how do we install the Active Directory on the server? After Active Directory installation, what are the changes will going to happening, and how these computer will be managing centrally, and how the user will be going to log into the computer and centrally. Do you know all these things?
Yeah, the roles and the application can, in the server, we can add the roles and features, right? In that we can add.
But do you know how the computer will be making, how do you make a completely centralized administration? Do you know? Let's see the lab. Okay, I'll explain it. Don't worry. Okay, just I'll make you completely for with confident, and how you can directly answer the question with having real experience, because until you're not doing the lab and you won't be able to answer the question. Okay, this is my virtualization lab. What I can do, so I have that lab here. Okay, you can just see there is, can delete this server. Okay, this is the DC1, right? I'm making DC1. Now, I hope you know this VMware workstation, how to build and all these things. How do we bring it? Do you know this? How do we manage it?
Yeah. Yes.
No need to explain, right? About you need to just install the workstation, and top of that you need to build the machine, right?
Yeah.
Now, what you can do, just see that is in right click. I have already built a machine 2016. Okay. Go to the file, open here, right?
Yeah.
See, go to the my folder, is a my lab folder. And here I have the desktop support folder. Inside there is a DC1. Okay. And this is my root server. This is my VMDK file. I'm just bringing here. I'm just saying that is in, this is a DC1. Okay. DC1. Right now, power on this machine. Also, I'm going to bring one more client machine for testing. Okay. Since we are having for that is in, okay, it should be like that, right? Which we have diagrams created. This is my infra and this is my right. Think about this is my client 1. This is client 2, client 3, client 4, client 5, client 6. Okay. And this is for my server operating system. This is Windows 2016. Okay. Now, these 6 machines are there. As we told earlier, it was a workgroup environment. Now you bought the server operating system. How this client computer, now these are the Windows 10 operating system, Windows 10 client OS, right? This is server OS. This is all end users are using client Windows 10 operating system only, right? Yes. So now we will also bring one for these 6 machines you are testing, and I can show you that one machine to bring here. Okay. So for example, take here, open the one more client machine I have here. Client here and take the client machine, which is already built it. This is my Windows 10 operating system. Okay. Now, how do you manage it centrally? You are going to learn from completely from basic to scratch. Okay. This is my standalone server. How do you install the Active Directory for my centralized administration? Then how do you connect to the client computer to the Active Directory, and whatever users you are created here, okay, you need to create an Active Directory user, and this user how is going to log in. The agenda is earlier they were login for that is a local administrator, but the company decided to go with the centralized managed. Yes, for that I am installing the server operating system, and top of that I am going to installing for Active Directory on the server. We will see that is an Active Directory for the installation steps. Once you Active Directory install, how this client computer will be part of my Active Directory we need to bring, because when we want to make a centralized administration, those computers should be part of my Active Directory. Otherwise you will not be, right? Yes. Yes or no? So how you will be going to bring this computer to the my Active Directory? How this guy bring to the my in a Active Directory? Then only you can able to centralize this computer, and you are going to create a user in Active Directory. Then you can log in one of the user to one computer and see what kind of he has a default access. You will get it. Okay. Yes. That user is become a what it is called as it's a domain user. Okay. Right. Earlier what we have created user, that is called as a local user. Yes. Earlier we have discussed local user. Local user has that is in a local user has, that is an administrator access. But
Yeah.
the goal is we don't want to give the administrator access to user, but that user has to log in from central, which is server which you are going to build. So that user we call as a domain user. And once you installed, once you logged into domain user, what kind of access he has? What kind of access he has? Can he change the IP address? Can domain user change the IP address?
Cannot.
Yeah. How do you prove that one? Okay. Can change IP address, right? And can he do some installation? No, right? How do you prove that one? You cannot do that. Is all we are going to show you live, which is practically to get a more confident. And I will only tell you that you will going to configure. Now you can see, okay, this is the login. You just logged in this machine. Okay, what you can do, we will make this server as a standalone machine. Okay, let me come back this machine, make this server as a standalone. It's a Windows 2016 data center server. Okay.
It's a client machine.
Yeah, it's a client machine. No, properties. Change setting. Can say DC1 and say work group. Right. I'm just restarting this machine.
But work group is we are not using, right? We are using only domain, right? But you
Correct,
are
correct. Now I'm bringing that point. Just these are the standalone machine, right? So now how do you bring the domain environment? That is what we are going to configure. I'm making just as a ready-made for in a base machine, scratch I'm talking. Now, once it is done, top of that, how you're going to build the domain environment and how do you install the Active Directory in this machine? Okay, this is my standard local machine. The first time when you're going to log in, this machine is a, what it is? It's a local administrator, right? The terminology we use, the first we are going to use a local administrator.
Local administrator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now, right now you can see once you logged in this computer. Okay. Right now. Okay, see that first important you must understand desktop support also or L1 support also. We need to have some little knowledge on server. Basically, there are a lot of things has been improvised in a server side. Okay, to make easy our life and to get configured properly, right? So you should remember that the dashboard concept has been introduced from the 2012 onwards. Before
Yeah.
2012, there was no dashboard concept,
Dashboard.
and they implemented dashboard part. Then they have made easy for configure this local server, specific roles and features,
Okay.
and add server to manage from another server to manage. You can do it. These are some all administrative roles, those topic, right? Now you can see this machine is my local administrator, right? How do you check it? Go to the compmgmt.msc, computer management.msc. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want, I can just write down the design.
Yeah.
compmgmt.msc. Okay. This is a command. Now you can see these machines are, we are using the local users and groups, right? Users and group.
Yeah.
How this server is going to be managing centrally, right? Now, can this computer is managing now this computer in the standalone environment?
No.
No, right? To do that one, what we need to do, this server should be become a domain controller. To become a domain controller, what you need to do? See, as I told you, Microsoft has given for the design all the roles and features. Now you need to do that what you want to do. But what is the prerequisite is to install the domain controller? Prerequisite is to install Active Directory. What are the Active Directory installing the prerequisite is? You must have that is in, you must have static IP address. Remember, important, you must have DNS, static DNS IP address, DNS address, right? And your administrator password must be reset, and computer name must be renamed, because you cannot keep that is in the same name, right? Or whatever the standard naming convention, we need to follow this one. This has to be verified. So just check that is an IP address has been configured or not.
Static.
Okay. Yeah. Static means, already discussed yesterday. Go to the ncpa.cpl.
Yeah.
And right click, check this machine
Dynamic.
IP properties. Now go to the your ncpa.cpl. I mean TCP IP4.
Yeah, it's static.
So now I removed IP address. Now we can just freshly configure this IP address. Say something here, 20.1.1.1. Okay. So, right, 20.1.1.1. And the DNS IP address also should give the same machine IP address, which is I'm going to install this machine IP address as a DNS, right?
Yes.
Just I'm giving a static IP address. Configure, okay, done. Right. Now, this is will come back part, okay? The first part is we have added, right? And you have a static DNS IP address. So both we have done. Administrator password also we have resetted, and computer name must be renamed. And we have checked the computer name is, it's a DC1, right? Go to the my computer properties.
Yeah, DC1.
Right, this is the DC1. So basically, while configuring, we must verify the design. What is the computer name it is going to take? So we have to carefully check the design, because once you installed everything done, then it will be computer name. It will take a domain name. So later we should not be feel that is in. We would have changed the computer name. We missed it, right?
Yeah.
Right. The second part is we need to how to install Active Directory, and how to make client machine become a member of computer or member server. Okay, this is the most important. So any user is having issue, we need to check that is an if, because we know the background and we can easy to find out where is a problem. If we don't have this infra level knowledge, and we will not be able to understand, we will not be able to manage ourselves, then we have to keep asking for somebody the fix.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that. Now what we can do, go to the add role, go next. Now first check the network setting, what it is. Setting. Okay, this is an NAT, right? Now you can check this is in the setting what it is. NAT. Okay, both the networks are same. Perfect. Right. Now go next here. DC1 IP address. 10.1.1.50 is taking. Now wire is taking this 50 IP address. Okay, and CP.cpl. I think NLB we have configured. Okay.
You are unchecking the NLB.
NLB, yeah. So because it was showing as 2 IP address, right? So we don't want to take that one. So now you can see at status detail, you should have 20.1.1.1, right?
Okay.
Now go back to the server manager, add roles and feature, next, next, next. Now which roles you want to configure? It should be Active Directory Domain Name Services. Now once you click the Active Directory Domain Services, you can see that one options are you cannot install Active Directory Domain Services unless the following role service features are installed. These are the mandatory. So what are those is come along with Active Directory, it will come with these Active Directory modules and PowerShell. These are the one of the tool integrated inbuilt is coming with along with AD. Number one.
Okay.
Number two, you will see that all Active Directory Administration Center and add domain services snapping. Right, these are all comes under for along with AD. Now in this AD, we also install for the DNS is the most important topic. Other we will come back that what even do DNS and all, and just DNS server has to be installed. Say next. Now the moment you take and right, there's observe here group policy management has been also automatically checkbox enabled, but you can't grayed out. So it should be along with your Active Directory, along with your static IP address, group policy management must be required. Don't change it. Don't change it. This one. Okay. So now go next. Go next. Go next. Just say install. Okay. So once you have done with this is a scratch we are doing. Scratch we are doing. So once you're done, you can see that is in the client version also we will be make member. So it will easy to find. You can easy to confident to your can answer. Okay, how that is an actually backend is working and some user issue is happening, right? Then you can relate with that is infrastructure level. If you have infrastructure level, then you can easy to manage yourself.
Yes. Understand. Yeah, I have done this all those things, but without knowing anything.
So now there will be, see again I'm saying this is just a refreshing call for you, Ramya.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Now after this, because I am showing you, but I would recommend when you do yourself once again.
Yeah.
Then you will have a lot of confidence.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, I have a doubt. In my VMware, I download to 2016 server. There I clicked active users and Active Directory users and computers. I didn't do anything. It's already there.
No,
How can
no, it must have installed already. Now, if you see, I'm installing now, right? Without installing, you won't be able to get it. But you can go to the server roles and feature. Now, if you go to the tool, do you see that is in Active Directory? Okay, now it's installing. Now it's coming here.
Yeah.
Now when I'm installing, that's
I can see this one, but now you are installing the role.
Correct.
Right.
Because of this, I'm getting this one. Otherwise, it won't earlier.
Okay, then how can I practice without the fresh one without to create
same. Now what I did, you have to do the same things. Okay. Now what I did, you have to do the same things.
Sure. Will do.
Okay. Now what you need to do, bring the. I'll help you that you can just bring the empty server. It installed.
Okay.
Now you can see.
Okay.
Then you
can understand.
Yeah. So this is empty server only. We are installing for this, right? Close it. Now once you install done, then you need to click on this exclamation symbol. Okay. Promote this server's domain controller. It will ask you for your domain name, right? Now you can see I need to click for add new forest, give the domain name for this with the dot something you can give neil.edu. I'm giving for my name. You can give any
This is
domain
the
name.
domain creation, right?
Correct.
How to create domain is
Correct. How to create a domain as well as forest, first new forest.
okay.
Because first time, whenever you're building your Active Directory, right, it will be creating for a default. This is a boundary called as a forest, and inside it logically is going to create a domain, right? It should be always your forest name should be neil.edu, and your domain name is also be same neil.edu. That is what it's asking you to, what is your a forest name. Once I click next, then it will tell you that this is also be a root domain name. You can see your new forest is also be a root domain name. Same things. Your forest name is neil.edu, and this is also be a root domain name. Inside, inside you have that is in domain controller. Inside you have domain controller. What do you mean by domain controller here? Which machine you build Active Directory, that machine we call as a domain controller. Right? So this is a domain controller. We are building one machine, right? Now you can see it's a function level asking, just keep a default setting. You don't need to change anything. Just go and next it. So we are building that in an Active Directory, right? From the scratch.
Okay.
Let's complete this. Right? You can give that a GSRM password. Same password I'm giving. Next. Just complete. But you have to do once, Rame, from your end.
Okay, sure. I have did this one. Yeah.
Long back.
The domain joining for domain, right?
Domain joining.
Yeah, I purchased the domain in Office 365. I did that.
Correct. But how did you done for that is joining the computer?
Yeah, I follow the steps given by the same thing.
Without understanding. You just simply follow the steps.
Yes.
Okay, now you can do that your complete step by step from the scratch.
I have to do 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. Correct. So while answering, you will, when during interview, that you will have a lot of confidence in that. Okay.
Yeah.
Just say next here. Now you can see the new domain name is neil.edu. This is also of the name of the new forest. Always you need to know, you need to say that is in the first time, whatever you building, that is in your forest name as well as domain name, right? Just say install, it will ask you reboot. Okay, now we will making ready for my Active Directory, because your entire infra, right? It is stand on Active Directory only, because nobody has a company without Active Directory, they can run that their business.
Yes.
So now we are as a system administrator and we are as a desktop support engineer must know that is in backend what they have configured.
Yes. Actually, I asked in interview, they ask how you join the domain.
Correct.
How can I answer?
Now I'll show you the practically. Okay, I'll show the practical. You should tell them, how do you make, there is a two terminology here. How do you make a member server? How do you make a member client machine? When you say member server, any of the servers operating systems are there. You're not installing any, you're not installing domain controller, but you can make that server as a member by joining to the my Active Directory.
Okay.
But how do you make a member client? So since you have only straightforward client machines, is a standalone client machine. Again, client machine means what? It's a Windows 10 operating system. So that client machine, again, you are joining a Active Directory. But basically how to make a member that the client machine or server, member server, how to do that one, basically. To do that, you should remember here that DNS concept is most important. Remember. Okay. To making a member of client or server. Okay, we must know DNS IP. Remember, without DNS IP will not be doing. But how to make member client or member server? Okay, now you have to go to the design. First step is you have to configure okay, remember now this is my Active Directory, right? This is installing here. Now what is the IP address we have configured here? 20.1.1.1 for my IP, right? And this is 255.0.0.0 for my subnet mask. And again, we gave the 20.1.1.1 for what? It's a DNS IP address. The same, now this machine might be is a 20.1.1.2, right? And this machine IP address is 20.1.1.3. But these machines are in a part of my Active Directory. You should remember the DNS must be provided here. Okay, in this machine, it should be 20.1.1.1. Then only you can able to make, otherwise you can't do that one, which is DNS should be required 20, because this machine has to authenticate to the your Active Directory. To authenticate Active Directory, you need to tell your machine who is my DNS, who is my DNS server. So this DNS will get, who will update this machine. Every machine, every client machine has the one NetLogon service. Okay, you have to configure DNS IP in a client machine. Right now, how the client machine know? How the client machine know who is my DNS server, right? So here, remember every client machine, every client or server machine, there is a service. There is a service called NetLogon. So with the help of, once you are given the DNS IP address, right? This NetLogon service will read the okay, for detail. NetLogon service will read the your DNS IP address, your machine DNS IP address.
Okay.
And okay, over the network, okay, it will ask you, okay, it will, what is happening over NetLogon service will read your machine, which is a configured DNS IP address, right? And then over the network, it will try to reach DNS IP. So once the DNS is found, DNS is found in the network, okay, then it will ask for credential. It will ask for administrator credential. Then once you have provided the administrator, okay, credential, then TIONAL credential, then successfully, okay, connected your domain controller and you are member of Active Directory. This is how you need to explain very neatly and clearly. Question will ask, how client machine know, how do you make member server or member client, number one, and how the client machine know the region who is my DNS IP address.
Okay.
So this is answer. Now you can see practically, right? Now this machine is installed, right? It's rebooting. Let it reboot now.
Yeah.
Now go back to the client machine. Okay. Go to this admin and just log into the server. Okay, as I told you, first verify this machine is standalone now, right? It doesn't have anything. So can this computer, whatever you created user, can he, this machine, can he able to log in without making member?
No.
No, right? Because he doesn't know that guy is where is coming or not. So we have to manually manage it. Now you can see, go to the, how do I check? Again, one more question will, how do I check services? Where I can go and check it.
Services.com can run command use
How
services.
to check services? What is the command can we use?
Services.msc.
Very good. Services.msc.
Yeah.
Okay. Now go to the services.msc. Run command. Right. There is a service called as a netlogon. Now you can see netlogon.
Netlogon is here.
And maintain a secure channel between this computer and the domain controller. See, maintains a secure channel between this computer and domain controller for authenticating user and services. If this service is stopped, the computer may not authenticate user and service, and the domain controller cannot register the DNS records. If this service is disabled, any service that explicitly depend on it, it will fail to start. Right?
Yeah. Okay. I understand. Okay, here it's a netlog. We can see here.
This is the most important, right?
Yeah.
We'll check. We'll see that is how it is going to be connected. Now you have installed. Now you can see. You have to verify this, right? Right click. This server. Okay. Now you have to log in. This server. This earlier this user was what? Local administrator. Now this user is become a
server administrator.
No.
The domain.
It should be a domain administrator.
Yes.
Right. Remember, this is the most important. Again, what is the difference between of local administrator and domain administrator, right? Session 02.
Session 2.
Sorry.
2.
Right. Okay. Now you can see basically now we have installed it, right? So now you can see you have Active Directory tools are there, right? When you go to the Active Directory users and computer, or if you go to the dsa.msc, the shortcut command is dsa.msc, right? Right now expand is, now you can see the computer means what? Whoever client or member client who joined, those computer name will come. No, currently nobody is there, right? Yes or no? Now users, you are going to create user. Now you can see this administrator has become a member. Yeah, you can see where you can check it for the member of is a administrator, domain admin, domain user, enterprise admin, group policy creator, schema admin. By default, these server administrators are more powerful because he has all the member of these three. These are all groups.
Okay.
Interview they'll ask, how do you check members, which this user, this group is a part of members?
Administrator properties.
Correct. I need to go to the dsa.msc, Active Directory users and computer, and I'll go to the users properties, click on the member of, I can see who is the part of member, right? Now let me create one user now, example. Okay. create a one user, REAMYA. Spelling is correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. I have created the Ramya one user. Okay.
Mm.
And I'm giving the password. This is again L1 support, extra support, how to create a user in Active Directory. These are steps you need to follow. Now, can I log in now? This user, this computer, Ramya here, this computer now.
Yeah, can.
Can I log in now? This user to in this computer?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I have
But this
given the
computer,
username and password.
but this computer doesn't part of your domain, right? This computer doesn't part of your Active Directory. You have not yet bring this computer to your Active Directory, right? You have not
Yeah.
joined yet. But if you not
Yes.
joined, can you able to log in that user?
Yeah, cannot, but we can join that. Before that, we have to join
We have to join that, right? So otherwise you won't be able to
access
manage
the
it,
user.
access the user, right? For that purpose,
Yeah.
what we are going to do, we will be join the computer. So for that, you need to say, verify that your DNS IP address, right click, ncpa.cpl. Remember, once Active Directory installed, right, for the first time, your DNS IP address get changed to 127. So what we need to do, we can just change here to that is in 127 to 20.1.1.1, right?
Okay.
Now, before we...
How it is changed that as 127, the DNS?
Yeah, what is happening, right? By default, it will read that is in a local file, which is the DNS local file. When you go to that C colon Windows, okay, you can see drivers and not drivers, Windows system 32.
Yeah.
Okay, system 32. Inside system 32, there is options called as a drivers, okay, etc. Okay, there is a host file. Okay, it is going to take from this by default is going to update it. What is saying here, local host name resolution is handled within the DNS self. So once this machine is rebooted, automatically that IP address will take from here and it will get updated to the your NIC.
Okay, understand. When the restart, it changes
Correct.
its DNS
Correct. Correct.
IP address.
Correct.
That's what I want to know.
Correct.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So yeah, sometime they'll ask 1 second, Ramya.
Yeah.
Hello. Back.
Now I understand how.
Sorry.
Yeah, now I understand how the DNS changes its IP address.
Correct. So most of people are not aware about this. Okay. So it's a by default from the local machines is going to take it. Okay. That is what you asked a good question actually. So now what we need to do, we need to change back again for our 20.1.1.1, right? Perfect. Now here this machine, as I told you, first you need to configure a DNS IP address. Every client or server machine, there is service called netlogon. Netlogon service will read your machine DNS IP address. So you need to configure, third point, need to configure DNS IP in client machine, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now, how to configure DNS IP address? As I told you, okay, this 20.1.1.2, this machine, right? Yeah. Go to this ncpa.cpl, ncpa.cpl, and type right click properties, right? Okay, now I can go back here. Now give that is in this machine IP address 20.1.2, and I'm going to give that is in DNS IP address is same IP address, right? Same IP address, and this machine is 20.1.1.2, right? Now, before directly joining this computer, I must check the both the machines are connected or not. Okay, verify both the machines are connected over the network. How to check? How to check to connected or not? We need to check by pinging, right?
Okay. Yes.
Now it's there. You can see from this machine, client one machine, I will ping the machine CMD,
Okay.
ping the 20.1.1.1 machine. I'm able to ping. Now this machine, I'm going to ping. I need to ping which machine?
The user Ramya.
2,
1 to 1.2.
right? The second, the client machine. So both the machines I'm able to connect it, right? So verified. So after that is in, once it's pinging, then go to the sixth step, go to my computer, properties, click change setting, right? Then now you can see, go to the client machine. Now remember, before we are changing, go to the Active Directory users and computer. Get the computer here. You don't see any computer, right? The once this computer is authenticated, once the computer is made a member, then the computer name will come here. So you are bringing that computer in your Active Directory, right? Now you can see, go to that my computer properties, right? My computer properties, right click, properties, change setting, right? Now you can see, click on the change, right? Click on the change setting, click on the change, then click on domain. Okay. Now there is options called as a domain. Now what is your domain name? Neil.edu. The moment you give the neil.edu, you don't know that is who is your DNS IP address. Okay. You don't know the who is your DNS IP address, but who will help you? The NetLogon service will help you, right? Now click OK. Now you can see it's authenticated. What I was saying here, every client or server machine, there is a service called NetLogon. NetLogon service will read your machine DNS IP address over the network and it try to reach DNS IP. DNS is found in the network. It will ask for the administrator credential. Once you have provided administrator credential, you can see now you're asking you neil.edu domain. So you need to provide administrator. Then you can give the password. The moment is validated both, then it's going to tell you, you can see, welcome to neil.edu domain. Click OK. Click OK. Then say close and reboot. So once you rebooted, now you can see, you can come back here, refresh this one. You can see the client is part of your Active Directory. So this is how you need to bring in your all the client machine, all the member machine or member client or member server, bring into the Active Directory to centralized manage. This is a process you need to follow.
Yeah, understand.
Right? Then click domain, give that is in domain name. Once clicked OK, then it will ask you credential and password. Okay. The ones you have given username password, it will successfully add the domain, right? And go to that is in verify in Active Directory. Active Directory. Check in a DSA.msc and click the computer. It will updated client computer name, right?
Yeah.
Clear this point. Now you can see, so that this client computer is part of your computer. Now I have created one user here. Can I log in this user now to the Ramya in this computer? Yes, I can able to go to the computer here. Now you can other user, you can see the Neil is already part of domain. This is how Office laptop, right?
Mm.
Office laptop and office computer can be logged in with the domain only, right? Now
Yes.
type RAMMYA,
Yeah.
Ramya,
Mm.
password, and you can see user.
Mm.
See,
Yeah.
now how I am going to log in now. So these are the very, very basic steps we must understand. Practically, we should understand. Otherwise, we will not be able to answer during the interview if you don't know.
Yeah. True.
So I would
Absolutely.
recommend you have to do the lab once again, Ramya.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. I'll do. Do it again.
Okay.
Mm. So in office, we have to add, if there is 100 computers, we have to add in the Active Directory. We have to do the same procedure, right?
Yeah, this is we are doing for the one computer manually. For in a
Mm.
company, we will be using for some script,
Mm.
because
Okay.
you cannot go and do the one by one machine manually, right?
Yes.
Yes or no? So that time you can
Yeah.
use
Yeah.
for the manually, and
Mm.
you can see that is in all the computers should be get connected to the Active Directory.
Directory. Yeah.
So if you know that is in the first step, right? Now we can see that is we can able to manage.
Mm.
Right now, this is a very
Yes.
basic
Yes.
steps. If without
Yeah.
you knowing this, and we are going just simply top of that, okay, install that, and all these things.
Yes.
Right now, you can see.
Yeah.
Now we have logged in,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Now, see, can I able to change IP address? Go to the my computer. Now right click, run ncpa.cpl. The login, the who user logged in. How do I check it? Which user is logged in? How do I check it for this? Go to the
By the, yes, properties, you can see.
which
Yeah.
properties?
The internet properties,
Internet.
IPv, yeah, right click properties.
Mhm.
What is that?
Where you can see which user is logged in. But
You can,
you are trying to accessing the IP, you won't be able to. You must have an administrator password. This is works
oh,
fine. See
okay.
why it is asking you administrator password username, because by default domain user doesn't have access.
Okay. The administrator can access.
The only administrator. This is company. Every user will not give a administrator access, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have observed that is in why I'm not able to do. Why have they not given for that is in administrator access?
Okay.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
So this is
Yeah.
actual process. Now, which user I have logged in can to check it. Now you can see, go to the command prompt. Just click the command prompt. You can see that is in
Ramya.
and
Yeah.
who am I? Okay, continue. Who am I? Now you can see this is a command.
Okay.
By default, you will see the Ramya user only, and you can also type the command for the who am I. So to see that is in username, login and check that is in to check
Check the
who
domain as well.
logged in username, right?
Yeah.
Understood?
Yes. Yes.
So now you can see that is an again, right? Now what's happening here from Active Directory, everyone they are managing. Now this user saying, okay, can you give me some map drive or something, how to do the desktop support? Again, they will ask question. Okay. Now the user required. So this is, we understood how to add a computer, join everything, install Active Directory. We understood backend, right? Now second
Yes.
scenario, they'll ask question that is in how to map the network,
Yeah.
right? Some additional drive, right? Additional
Mm.
drive. And
Yeah.
also there is a third party desktop support engineer question. See, they will ask you that is in how to manage my user profile. You know, the profile people will say that they will reset the profile and they will again will log in. They tell all my all my, they will tell that is in I have made all my favorite, right? Which is Internet
Okay, they want to
Explorer.
change the user profile. The manages how to manage my user profile is changes made in the user profile.
Sorry, I didn't get it. Can I come again?
No, the how to manage my user profile is how to the changes in user profile or
No, no. Now you can see now this part is very much important, Ramya. Okay. So say for example,
yeah.
now you can see this computer, you put some data in the desktop. You logged in as a Ramya user, right?
Yeah.
Ramya user, and you logged in this computer and you put your data on desktop, some important document, all these things, right?
Yeah.
And now tomorrow when you come to office, the system is not available.
Okay.
Okay, they crash the system. Now what you will do, this computer is available.
Yeah.
But you will log in this computer to with the same username.
Yeah.
But can you get the data what you put into the desktop from here to here?
No,
No.
not possible.
But now you will say, hey, because company policy says wherever you log in, your data will be back to with you only. And now if you're not managing like that, and again, how do I take it? Whatever I did, whatever did yesterday, all the works and everything, again, I have to recreate it. It will wasting of my time, and I need the data, any condition, because I want to work with continue that. It's very difficult, right?
Yes.
So such
So,
scenario, yeah. Such scenario you want to manage, you have to follow that is in user profile. We'll talk about tomorrow for this topic.
Okay. So
Okay.
only you are using OneDrive, right? For this one.
Exactly. You can see that in desktop OneDrive, right? And OneDrive, Sync Drive, right? Sync Drive and Map Drive. All it will be comes under in this, and also it will be comes under group policy as well.
Okay.
You are telling that yesterday we need to update GP update. How do you update GP update? Where it is getting updated? We'll talk about tomorrow for all these things.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, but I was talking about how to map a network. Very simple. Now you can see that everything is taken care by centrally now, right? So now as of now that when Ramya user logged in, go to their folder and you don't see any additional drive here, right?
Yeah.
Additional drive. Now how do you manage it? Now go back to your computer, go back to that your user properties, right? Now what you can do, right? You can just do one thing, create one folder here. Example, create one folder inside C drive. Okay, something you can say Ramya drive. I'm giving example. Okay, Ramya drive. Okay, and this folder, what I will do, I will share this folder. Properties, sharing, advanced sharing, share this folder, permission, checkbox. Okay, copy this, close, copy the share folder. Now come back to the user and go to the properties. Now what you need to do, go to that your profile part and see home folder, connect this. Okay, give this path. Okay, this is a J drive, or you can say something, any drive name you can give that one. Say okay, right? Click okay. That's all. Now come back here to client machine. Now just log off and log in this machine. Log off and log in this machine again. Okay, now I'll log in once again. This is a client machine.
You can see the map.
See here, go to the folder, go to the my computer, see?
Yeah, it's there.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, one interview they asked me if map drive is not available, what you will do.
Correct.
For
now say, now you are not available. Say right click disconnected. You already mapped it after rebooted, after something disconnected. Right?
Yeah, if it is disconnected, the red sign will become that.
Correct. See, right? Now how do you remap it? See, it's gone now. How do you remap it? Very simple. You can see, go to that is in my computer, map network drive, network drive here. Okay, and give the path. Give the path.
Okay.
The path where is the share folder. This is actually you need to do the.
This actually what we have to find in the server, right?
No.
If it is not.
First, see, this is a work in a server side, but we need to verify that is in user is having earlier is using or not. Right? If he is using earlier, then we need to take the same copy. Just say finish it. Now he'll be back. I can see connected now. Right? Okay. See here. Again, he's connected now.
When we browse, the same path will be
correct. Yeah. When you browse it, same path, it will ask him the user did you use earlier for the for the drive path, or because we must know that is in before we moving to the go and check to the server side. It is already connected. Just only we need to do for what are the steps we have taken. Simply go to the my computer, see my map network is all available here. So if you give the path, then he will be able to log in automatically.
Okay.
This question is asked.
I have seen a lot in the search because the map drive does not work. It says that script has to be right like that.
No. For one or two machines you want to do, but first see script will be for multiple machine, and that issue is the same kind of map drive is impacted for all the user.
Okay.
Right. We need to verify that is in this issue is not for all the user. Issue is only one or two user. So might be his network loss from his computer, or might be his computer is not able to reach to the share path folder. Then when you are going to reach to the server team, right? You can say, type this, go to the command prompt, type that is in CMD, ping that IP address, what he have shared it, ping, right? Say for example, a 20.1.1, right? If he's not able to ping, hey, this machine is unable to reach to that drive, the share path. That's what is unable to access. Now I need to ask to the, hey, I am trying to map this computer, this drive, but I'm not able to map it because I can see that network is unable to connect. So can you please check why it is not able to access?
Okay.
All aspects we need to verify.
Okay. Sometimes the user cannot have the permission to use right? Sometimes it may happen, right?
Sorry, your voice is very low. Can you come again?
If the user don't have the permission to access the
correct.
Yeah, sometimes.
That time, yeah, permissions doesn't have, then you have to ask to the server team, this user doesn't have access. Can you please provide him access? So if you have access, then you can go and do it where he has a path. Go to that is a security and add the permission for him here.
Okay.
Right? You can go to the edit and say advanced here. You can add the permissions, what exactly you want to add. Who is it? Ramya. Username is right. Check name. Ramya is there. And what kind of permissions you needed? Full permissions. You can give the full control. You want to give the full control, you can say ask, check that. First, we need to verify that, right? The permissions is there or not. All. How do we check it? These are all permissions. You don't need to ask. If you have active directory access, then go to the properties, see that share path is folder, go to the security and check it. So you can see that that username is there, all full control. You can see there is every control is access is already there.
Yeah.
And the issue is we need to check from network side. Issue is not check from the user side.
Okay.
right?
Okay. We can map the drive by using by going to the computer and map drive and can connect.
Correct,
Right.
correct, correct. So these are the basic questions we'll ask. Understood?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Good. So now we'll talk about tomorrow, same, continue with the profile. How do
Yeah.
you manage it, all these things? This is again important topic.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks.
Hmm?
Yeah. I understand. Yeah. I know little bit here and there, but all to put together, we have to.
Yeah, you'll make it very familiar. If somebody asks question, you should be able to answer confidently.
Yes. Yes.
Good.
So thank you. Thank you.
No, no problem. So you have taken the downloaded yesterday recorded class?
Yeah, I have downloaded and have viewed little bit.
Very good, very
Yeah.
good. Now after viewing that video, right? Yesterday, whatever your session completed.
Yes.
So you should
Yeah.
feel okay. This is what I need to learn. This is how I need to do. That your mind should work. Mind should start thinking about. Yeah, I need to be learn accordingly like that. You have to after listening, right? You
Yes.
have to do 1 or 2 time.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, I'm trying to do. Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah. And I was thinking of that command because the network I didn't choose that one, so I was recalling that command ncpa.cpl like.
Yeah. Now while you are doing that, these are all comes under for familiar with you. While
Yeah.
answering into it, you should tell these are the command
Yeah.
ncp.cpl and tell
Yeah.
comp mgmt.msc.
Yeah.
That people will oh yeah, this girl is
Yeah,
doing some.
services.msc,
Ah,
computer management. I have used those things,
correct,
but I didn't
correct,
use the NCPA, CPL.
correct,
So
correct.
I
Couple
was
of
recalling every time.
yeah,
Yeah.
couple of even this shortlist command you need to tell ipconfig, right?
Yeah.
Then say ipconfig all, right?
Yeah.
ipconfig all, right?
The
These are all
ping.
good. Ping command,
Mm,
yeah, it's a ping command. These are all it's a required to answer while we are giving answer.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Any question, Ramya, before we wind up?
Nothing. Now I understand how to join the domain
Correct.
as well as how to
Map
map
that.
the drive if
Very
it
good.
is not available.
Then
How to map the drive
correct.
and yeah.
How the DNS works. I'm sorry, how the NetLogon works. How your
Yes.
computer will be get authenticated for the domain joining. This will be
Yes.
asked 100% question. If you answer this, they will 100% selected because most of people will not aware about this. Also, you understood how the DNS IP get changed to the 127.
Yes. 127.
Okay.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Good.
So now I understand the client machine and the server machine, the domain controller, domain, everything. I understand. I have a clear idea about it.
Good, good,
Yeah.
good.
Thank
Nice.
you.
We'll meet you tomorrow again, same time.
Yeah.
And please
Sure.
do
Sure.
practice.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Okay, Ramya. Take care. Bye.